So I keep asking this question. Menopause is as old as Mother Nature. So why is it then that when I started my journey to menopause about 7 years ago, I had no idea what was happening to me? This silence caused me so much pain and confusion, and I'm now on a mission to end the silence so nobody else gets to suffer like I did. In this video, I'll expose several not commonly known facts about Black women's menopause experience and what actions you and I need to take right now to address our unique challenges and end the silence about menopause. Before I give you the interesting statistics, let's briefly define menopause. It's the stage when a woman's ovaries stop producing hormones, usually happening between the ages of 45 and 55, but the average age in the US is 52. But did you know that Black women often experience menopause earlier with more severe symptoms? An additional mind-blowing statistic is that Black women also remain in a transition to menopause, which is known as perimenopause, for longer. And I can tell you from personal experience that this can be a really dark phase of your life. Studies show that Black women enter menopause 1 year or more earlier than other women. Now, there are over 80 symptoms of menopause, but for this video, we will focus on only 2 of these symptoms. And I'm talking about vasomotor menopause symptoms. These are hot flashes and night sweats. Now, every woman experiences these symptoms differently, but research shows that Black women report experiencing them far more intensely. And the question is why? Now wait for it. Black women are also up to 3 times more likely to undergo a hysterectomy for fibroid tumors than other ethnic groups. I don't know if you know this, but it's common for women who have had a hysterectomy, even if it's a partial hysterectomy, to have an earlier onset of menopause. Family history also plays a role because research says that women who have close relatives who had early menopause are more likely to experience premature menopause themselves. And we can argue all day about this, but this is what the little data we have on Black women in menopause says. And this is all the data we're going to have until more research is conducted on the Black woman's menopause experience, especially here in Africa. So as a certified menopause coach, I have heard from thousands of women, and this is what a Black woman's menopause experience is like. And coincidentally, this was also my experience. So I want you to imagine that you're in your 30s to 50s and you're a Black woman and you're beautiful, you're fashionable, absolutely glamorous, never to be caught on fresh, always so well turned out, sociable, you're hardworking, a super mom, a supportive wife. You always win the employee of the year or manager of the year award at work, and you're like the happiest person in the world. You're content with the simple things in life. And then you wake up one morning and everything about you begins to change, and everything is happening everywhere all at once. You're gaining weight even though you're eating less. You would rather wrap yourself in your bed sheets, around your chest rather than get dressed up to go out. You have a bad acne breakout. Your joints hurt. You're hot. You're burning up from within. You're sweating buckets all the time. You feel dirty even right after you've had a shower. You can't sleep. When you do manage to fall asleep, you wake up even more tired the next morning. Your skin, your scalp, your ears itch. Your short-term memory is impaired. Your digestive system suddenly begins to revolt against all your favorite foods. Suddenly your libido evaporates. Intimacy hurts. You're going to the hospital almost every week, but there are no answers. You can't understand what happened, and you're so terrified because you're so sure that you are dying, or you're going crazy, or you're bewitched. Yes, you're thinking that your village people have finally caught up with you. To crown it all, your husband is upset because you are no longer interested in visiting the other room, and it looks like your marriage will not survive beyond the next 6 months. Yes, this is our story, and that is why breaking this cycle is so crucial. And all this research about Black women's menopause experience resonates with me. It answers a big question, how I ended up with all these severe symptoms in the first place, and how the symptoms tormented me for 6 years. Because I've always been like Miss Healthy, from about the age of 18 to 20. And I thought I would be immune from anything and everything. This leads us to lifestyle factors. We have very few menopause practitioners, and HRT is not commonly available in Nigeria and in several African countries. So we have to rely heavily on lifestyle factors. Lifestyle factors play an important role in managing vasomotor symptoms for Black women. Things like regular exercise, balanced diets, reaching phytoestrogens, reducing your stress levels, and mindfulness practices, which can significantly help. But how can you and I adapt these strategies to our lives, especially when juggling multiple responsibilities? And that brings us to the importance of communication. Now, many women feel stigmatized discussing menopause, especially here in Africa. You'll be talking about it and how you're feeling, and they'll be looking at you as if you are crazy, like it's only you who experiences this kind of thing. Not being able to discuss, what you're going through means confusion and feeling like evil spirits are tormenting you. What I know for a fact is that when we share experiences, we educate and empower each other. Every conversation we hold makes a huge difference. So now, what do we need to address? What are the actions that we need to take? To truly address the concern of Black women facing menopause, we need to advocate for ourselves, as we need more research, we need more education and open conversations. Everything that affects a menopausal woman affects everyone around her. Our husbands, our children, our siblings, our friends, even our employers. We need to educate them so that they can support us by listening to us and not judging us. We need healthcare professionals to get menopause training, to listen and provide competent care for all women. We need affordable HRT, supplements, and vitamins. You and I need to educate ourselves to understand what menopause is all about. We need to take better care of ourselves and our health by making important lifestyle adjustments, some of which I mentioned earlier. I don't mean to frighten you, but menopausal women are at a higher risk of type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, heart and circulatory diseases, and lastly, weak muscles and even weaker bones, which is something that doctors call osteoporosis. While menopause is a universal experience, the realities each woman faces differ vastly, and understanding this is key. Women could have mild, moderate, or severe symptoms, but I need you to know that millions of Black women are languishing. They've been hard hit by menopause, and because menopause affects our brain, we are suffering from anxiety, depression, mood disorders. We cannot think coherently, and so we can no longer work. And since you can't work anymore, how do we get our bills paid? We need to tell every woman in our circle about menopause to ensure that every single menopausal woman feels seen and feels heard. Women need to know that they're not alone. Menopausal women need to know that they are valued and appreciated. For the younger generation, we need to prepare them well ahead of their journey so that they know that perimenopause is coming. If every single woman watches this video commits to these actions, then we will change the narrative and end the silence about menopause. I spoke earlier about 80 symptoms of menopause, and I have a list of 70 symptoms in the description of this video, which you can download for free. To get a deeper understanding of how severe menopausal symptoms can be for women, watch the next video, which is about my personal experience. Always remember, be your sister's keeper.